So welcome again. This is the final pillar, or let's say the format of copy that you are going to learn inside this course, and this is Facebook ad copy. And more specifically, writing click-worthy and compliant, of course, Facebook ad copies. So with that said, let's have a word about Facebook ads. Writing Facebook ads will be probably one of the most challenging formats to write in, and that's because this platform, as you might have heard, has rules that, if not obeyed, will result in burned money for your client. Unlike emails and landing pages where you can go a little more overboard with your claims and your promises, Facebook, on the other hand, will not tolerate you. And that's why, if you're reading this and have no experience at all, a good starting point will be reading the privacy policy, and you can simply Google it, Facebook ad or Meta privacy policy, and you're going to get a really good overview of what you can do and what you can't do in Facebook. After you read through it and see what's allowed and what's not, let me show you the best practices to crank out high converting and compliant copy for your future clients. So one of the first things to keep in mind is swapping pain for pleasure. One thing you need to keep in mind is that Facebook is all about good user experience. Of course, that's dependent on factors such as offer, design, the landing page that comes after you click the ad. But for now, let's just focus on ad copy only. To deliver good experience, it's a good strategy to swap pain for pleasure. Instead of saying something like get rid of stubborn belly fat, which is more around negativity, say something like feel confident and proud, knowing you're setting a good example. So these are some little things in the copy that you can implement right away, and make sure you're compliant and you're not in the risk of getting flagged by Facebook. Secondly, dig into pain using first person or neutral state. Like when I say that negativity is not good for the user experience, that doesn't mean that it's absolutely impossible to dig into this pain that the reader has. To dig into their pain points, I'd like to use a very creative technique called slice of life pain point. Here's an example. This is for like an info product, and I'm sure that if you're working with info product sellers, you might have seen this across their ads. They do not say things straight out. They use an indirect way to say things, which is, in my opinion, much more powerful. So here we go. Most service providers make the mistake of charging low first and then 7 years later still staying stuck where they are, still having no control over their time, having no consistency, cancel holidays or choose cheaper options for hotels and accommodation. So as you can see, this is a perfect example of a statement that describes a pain point. It's specific, first of all, which is, and most importantly, it makes your audience feel understood without pointing at them directly. The key here is not focusing on what, but on why. Always remember that. Instead of listing out the obvious pain points, dig deeper and search why do they want certain benefits. Why do they want to make money, have a six-pack, or get rid of their anxiety? Always look for why and find a creative and a creative description to really explain what your audience needs. If you know your audience well enough and you've conducted a good research, like I told you in the beginning of this course, this will be fairly easy to figure out. Thirdly, make claims that are true for everyone. As terrible as that may sound in the principles of copywriting, where you're trying to do the exact same opposite, this is in fact one of the key factors responsible for success in Facebook. If you're making claims so specific that makes your reader feel like their personal data is sold, Facebook will disapprove you and will probably ban the account. So what you can do is starting your claims with phrases like, it's common for X to do Y, there's nothing worse than blah blah blah, or most people in this or certain industry do this thing. So these are like claims that you can make that will tell Facebook that this is okay, this is true for everyone. You are not pointing at certain target audience, and you are and the person who is reading it doesn't feel like their personal data is sold. 4, remove the specific time frames, and even in testimonials, like if you say I did XYZ in certain time frame, or my client achieved his first 12K month in 30 days, that is not compliant with the Facebook. As long as you have a time frame, Facebook will always ban that ad, ban that account if things escalate. A good strategy to follow here is, instead of guaranteeing the results, use a phrase that starts with "I'm confident that you will achieve X, Y, and Z." Never leave open loops. This is the final one I have for you. Facebook doesn't like open loops. If you open one, you need to close it inside the same element. And what do I mean by that is that if you open a certain loop, or if you say like this magical thing, this system, this weird system will allow you to write copy much more easily, you need to explain that thing inside the same element. Meaning, if you say it in the body copy, you need to explain in the body copy. If you say it in the headline needs to be a closed loop as well. And that's true for the landing page as well. You don't need to leave open loops. You need to be clear and let your audience know exactly what to expect from you. And that's like mainly for regarding the main things that you need to keep in mind. This is the bonus one, and this is just like a more general one to keep in mind. That Facebook likes integrity and honesty. I've seen many entrepreneurs add scarcity on their digital products, like fake scarcity, but that doesn't make sense. If you have a countdown timer that repeats itself, it's not going to harm your brand image, but also going to put you in a risk of getting banned from Facebook. That might not happen immediately, but because Facebook algorithm doesn't work immediately. First of all, it's a computer that reads your ads and makes sure that it's compliant, but after your ads have been running for some time, they might get a second review from a person, and if that person notices that you have a fake scarcity or something which is not compliant, they're going to shut down that ad. So make sure that you have integrity and honesty related with your brand, and yes, you can BS the system basically, and without honesty and integrity, you can move forward with Facebook ads. So that's all I had about this lesson, and this is the last format of copy that I want to teach you. These are some principles that you have to keep in mind before writing a single piece of copy. So yeah, I hope that this was very helpful to you. You get some really good insights. You took some notes here, and yeah, I'm going to see you in the final lesson. I'm going to have like some motivational words for you, what to do, how to improve as a copywriter. So yeah, I hope to see you on the next one.